In this video, we are going to see the topic under for the complex variable. So the complex variable, in the last video, we have started the topic. So we have seen the introduction about the complex variable and also why it's required for the complex variable. And using the complex variable, we have defined the complex variable functions, and then we have done CR equation, that is Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form. We have learned the proof of your CR equation also. So in this video, we are going to see the CR equation, which is Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form. So statement of a Cauchy-Riemann equation is W is equal to f of z is complex function given as W is equal to f of z, which is equal to u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y is analytic at any point z is equal to x plus iy, such that for continuous first order partial derivatives dou u by dou x comma dou u by dou y comma dou v by dou x and dou v by dou y, and satisfies the equation dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. So as we have seen in the previous video for the polar form, similar statement, but the changes is, what is that? The function which is there instead of r comma theta, here we have x and y. So which is nothing but it is in Cartesian form, isn't it? So the CR equation also as mentioned here, it is ux is equal to vy and vx is equal to minus uy. So what we have to prove, as per the statement says, f of z is analytical function, then it should satisfy the CR equations. Okay. So it is a as per that f of z is analytical function. As per the analytical function definition, we are going to prove the CR equations. Okay. So we'll go for the proof. Let f of z be analytic at a point z is equal to x plus iy. Okay, so this is a given statement. F of z is analytical function. See, as per the statement, f of z is analytic function, analytic at any point of z is equal to x plus iy. So what will happen? F dash should be exists, isn't it? When the function will be analytic, it's supposed to be the derivative. That means f dash should be exist and unique. Then I can tell f of z is analytic, right? So you can take a differentiability definition, f dash of z. What is the differentiability definition? It is the f dash of z, which is limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z by delta z is exist and unique. Okay, then you can tell f of z is differentiable. At a particular point, I can tell f of z is an analytic function. Okay, so now I am taking as a differentiability condition f dash, it is exist. Okay, if z is equal to x plus iy. So if z is equal to x plus iy means, what is your delta z? Delta z is delta x plus I delta y. Okay, so now f of z is u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. Now what will happen? F of z plus delta z, that means small increment is given in the z places. So f of z plus delta z will go, what is that? U of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y plus I into v of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y. Okay, so now you can see that in the equations, which this you can mark it if it is required in equation number 1, in f dash I am going to replace here in terms of x and y I am going to express. So what is that? F of z plus delta z minus f of z by delta z, which is equal to u of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus u of x comma y by delta x plus I delta y plus I into, what is that? This is nothing but, what is that function? F of z function, right? So v of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus v of x comma y by delta x plus I delta y. So what I made it here, z plus delta z, you can substitute this term. Then f of z you can substitute here as per f of z plus delta z minus f of z. After I have written in terms of real part and imaginary part. First I have written a real part plus I into imaginary terms coefficient. I have written it here, isn't it? So from these two v terms will be a imaginary terms. So I into v of terms has been written it. Okay. So now I'm going to take a limit on both the side. What I'll get? F dash of z is equal to limit here you can replace limit delta z tends to 0, it will become f dash, isn't it? So f dash of z is equal to limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus f delta z minus f of z by delta z can be written. So you can substitute in this equations and you can get it with the limit equation. What is that? Limit delta z. So instead of delta z, it can be replaced by delta x plus I delta y tends to 0. Okay. Similar for second term also. So now what I am going to make it? I am going to make it as a two cases. That is nothing but first one I am making a imaginary part coefficient is 0 and finding the result. Then again I am going to get a relations with what is that? Real part coefficients will be 0. Then you can able to get the results, and after I am going to combine it. For that reason, first case I am going to take delta y tends to 0. So what will happen, which implies delta z will be delta x plus I delta y. So I delta y will go 0. I'll get only delta x, and delta z tends to 0. What will happen? Because delta x is equal to delta z is equal to delta x. So delta x also will tends to 0. Okay. Therefore, substitute in that equation. What will happen? F dash of z is equal to limit. In this equation, I delta y will be 0. Right. And delta y will go for 0. So you will get u of x plus delta x comma y minus u of x comma y by delta x plus I into limit delta x tends to 0 v of x plus delta x comma y minus v of x comma y by delta x. So what will happen here? F dash will be dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. Then I am going to make it in equation number 1. Okay. So this is nothing but it is as per the first principle of your PDE. Okay. In the differential equations. So now you can see that as per the first principle I can write it. It is nothing but dou u by dou x. Similar same function with the delta x tends to 0 in terms of v. So it is a dou v by dou x. Now similar, go for a second case. What is that? Delta x is equal to 0. That implies delta z is equal to I into delta y. And what will happen? Delta z tends to 0 means that implies I delta y tends to 0. That is delta y tends to 0 since your I will not be equal to 0 because I, we know that the value, isn't it? I square will be a minus 1. I will be a root of minus 1. So now you can go with your f dash of z. So substitute in the conditions and the limit to the f dash of z. Limit delta y tends to 0. U of x comma y plus delta y minus u of x comma y by I delta y plus I into limit delta y tends to 0. V of x comma y plus delta y minus v of x comma y by I delta y. Now what will happen? This is you take out for the I term. So 1 by I remaining its remains is nothing but it is a first principle, right? So 1 by I of dou u by dou y plus I and I will be cancelled here. So I will get only dou v by dou y. So f dash of z is 1 by I can be write as an minus I. So multiple and divide with I. So numerator you will get I, then I square will be minus term. So minus I you will get. So minus I dou u by dou y plus dou v by dou y. So mark in equation number 2. On equating the equations of this equation number 1 and 2, because both the left side is equal, isn't it? So I'll get my f dash of z. What is that? Dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x, which is equal to dou v by dou y minus I into dou u by dou y. And comparing the real and imaginary part. So you can compare the real part. Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y, and dou v by dou x is equal to minus of dou u by dou y, which is nothing but ux is equal to vy and vx is equal to uy, which is actually is required for your CR equations. Okay. So that's all for your CR equation Cartesian form proof. Okay. Thank you.